I'm Ed Rubenstein. I'm here with my good friend Sam Sutker. And Sam is a co facilitator for peer support trainings and a RAP facilitator. And Sam has been involved with 800 people who have gone through peer support training. And I felt it would be a wonderful opportunity for Sam to be able to share with us some of the insight that he's gathered over all these years about peer support. So, Sam, the first question I'd like to ask is what is a peer and what is support?
So, a peer in the world that we're talking about is someone who has a lived experience with mental health challenges and or substance use challenges. And peer support is a field that is happening in our world more and more, and lots here in North Carolina, where individuals who have had those challenges I just mentioned, mental health and or substance use, and are in at least 9 months of recovery, can get involved in a peer support training. They have to be 18 years of age, and they have to at least have a GED or a high school diploma. But they can get to this 40-hour training that we do that can then lead them to receive a certification from the state so that they can get hired in the field.
Wonderful. And who are the people that come to the trainings?
Good question. They are our brothers and sisters who have been living in the world and experiencing challenges that are sometimes unbelievable to hear about and amazing. And somehow each of them that comes to the training was able to survive things that I don't know if I could have survived and be now at a place in their life where they want to support other people like themselves to find their own process of recovery.
What an inspiration and what a gift that they're able to share with others in that way.
Yep, it's an amazing, amazing experience to see the light in the hearts and minds and eyes of the people who are wanting to do this. You can often tell that there's still struggling going on. It's not like they are completely beyond some of the challenges. It's just that they aren't allowing those challenges to dominate their life in a negative way as it did before, and they're learning more and more tools that they then can share with others if they do become peer support specialists in North Carolina.
What do you consider to be the most important qualities of a peer support specialist?
I think what we say at the beginning of the training is what we are intending to do is to offer what we call authentic peer support. And the simple way I describe what that means for me is that it's a human being invited to meet with another human being and to bring their authentic self to that relationship, which will probably support that other person to feel safe enough to begin to share from their authentic self.
That's beautiful. Could you clarify that or speak to how some people may come and think they're there to heal others or play a counseling role, and how this is very different than the role that some people may be thinking they're supposed to play?
Exactly. And that's a really good question because, and again, in a very simple way, the way we share it is peer support are there to support others in discovering or experiencing or finding their own recovery process. We're not there to tell people what to do or how to do it. We're not therapists. But I also will share that my experience is that just by being authentic with another person and inviting them to experience their own authenticity, there is something therapeutic that happens in that process, which is different than therapy. It's the outcome is therapeutic.
Yes. And even the literature is now very clear in that the building of a relationship, the quality of that relationship, also known as therapeutic alliance, that the bond that's formed, that is an authentic bond, is the greatest contributor to positive outcomes.
Yes, that rings true to me.
What can you share about how rap fits into this whole thing? Because I know you're also a rap facilitator.
Yeah, and so RAP stands for the Wellness Recovery Action Plan, and it's a unique process that was developed by people who had often severe and persistent mental illness. They worked together for about 10 days many, many years ago, and they shared their experiences about what helped them in their life when they weren't doing well, and just a whole lot of information that they put together into this process that's known as RAP. So RAP is always facilitated by peers. It doesn't have to be a peer support specialist, but a peer by RAP standard is someone who is working their own RAP plan, which means that they're taking their own well-being and wellness seriously, so that then they can be a role model for others who they may be training to do that. And so RAP is very much about the peer experience. The values and ethics of it are very similar to the values and ethics of peer support. It's about unconditional high regard for everybody who comes into the training. It's about not giving advice. So one of the things we support the people who are taking the training is often when we're sharing about something that we're trying to figure out, we have the tendency to want to jump in and help somebody find the answer. But in RAP, we honor that each person has their own answers, and we're just going to be patient and support them to find it. So those are some of the things. There's so much about it that I could go on and on, but just a quick little dip into what RAP is to me and how it fits into peer support. There's not an obligation or a requirement that one be a peer support specialist, have a RAP plan or RAP training. However, it's understood in our world today the critical role that RAP plays in the recovery process for so many people. So you'll find that lots of folks who come to the training either have been trained in RAP or will get trained in RAP at some point.
A question that I feel is very important, because you've worked with so many peer support that have been in the field. Once a peer support specialist is in the field, what do you feel are some of the challenges they face, and what insight can you offer about managing those challenges?
Well, that's another big question, but again, a simpler answer for me would be the challenges tend to go into categories like boundary issues, which of course anybody, you don't have to be a peer support specialist to have boundary challenges and issues. That's very common in our world. But it's understood amongst the folks that hire peer supports that if they're going to lose that job, it may often happen because of a boundary violation. So one of the things we handle in the training is to encourage and support and reinforce folks to understand that and to realize that that's why all these self-care tools like RAP that are available are so important, whether or not you're a peer support specialist. But certainly as a peer support specialist, you will be connecting with people who could be in very challenging places in their life. And so it's not a finger snap. We need to be grounded in our own lives, in our bodies, as much as possible. Nothing I'm saying is about perfection. It's all relative. But being grounded, being open-minded, and being open-hearted, having that balance of an open mind and an open heart, so that you have the capacity to actually be there for other people without getting drained by everything. So those are some of the things that come to mind.
Well, thank you so much for sharing, brother. I trust that your insight will be beneficial for others that get to view this video.
Thank you, Ed. Appreciate it very much.